application, right? I like this with the gis. I am going to show a couple of these specific things today with the sleeves. And guess what? Like that book I mentioned, half standing opponent, half kneeling opponent. That's a cool part about the book. And then it's half D and no D. And if I can't hook grip your sleeve, right? I C grip your hand, like it's the reverse grip like that, right? So the techniques I'm showing, if I talk about a gi application, there's an OG application, so I'll come over and work that with you if you want, right? I almost like pretty much all my stuff other than obviously lapel chokes. I like that. The first 2 years, almost 2 years I trained, we didn't even do a gi program, right? The gym I trained at, they were just MMA at the time. It was like Ultimate Fighter Season 1 era, all right? So with this one, it's kind of like if I'm, think about this as like no man's land. I don't want to be here, okay? Because he could grab my pants, he can do all sorts of things. Yeah, he's like, oh, I can tell he's drilled all sorts of, like, he's like, it's smooth. Right? Oh, I just do this when I'm here, right? I got my things I like to do as well. So this isn't a place we hang out, right? I'm going to scoot in on this. And you might have noticed when I was doing this a second ago, there's a little scoot, right? And now I'm under, right? So that was with my double unders. What we're gonna do here, right? And I like this because it's balanced, right? And then look what happened naturally. He's kneeling, right? So I've got this lapel, sleeve, wrist is options. And you've seen every time we've done this, he put his hands on the mat, right? So we need to think like we want to strategize. When do these techniques work? Right? That's going to be kind of the main thing. Like, everything I'm going to show you from X-Guard is they do this, or they're like, man, I don't need to do that. They're going to grab my hand. They stand up. Or they might go and expose their back. That's the keynote theme, so hold that. Okay? So with this, all I'm doing is, what's interesting is you'll see like Marcel Garcia going in like this, rolling in his gym. Puts a lot of things out, and like showing like the best women rollers, right? Like some of you guys, anybody who trained at Lovato, you'll see you have the pack on. I trained him a few months ago. He's a guy you would see rolling in Marcel's gym on his YouTube channel, right? Like it's Johnny Hendricks, like it's the who's who of grapplers that goes through there, and he's just doing this one. Yeah, exactly. Can't hang out there. Okay? So, guys, we're just grabbing the lapels. That is the only difference. With this, we're trying to elevate you over the head so you can put your hands on the mat. If I want to put you in X-Guard, I want to unweight your legs. If your hands are on the mat, your legs are not going to be as heavy. Make sense? Let's do it once. Okay. With this one, let's do something that's very common. Let's go from an outside guard to an inside guard, like I was mentioning, a closed guard. Okay, but this is what I mean by common, right? I heard John Danaher say this on a video. He was like saying that at the highest level of the sport, everybody does standing guard breaks. And that's a generalization, but statistically speaking, it's an accurate assessment. I would share the same opinion. I'm like, okay, we need to look at things like that, right? Like he's like, hey, yeah, all my guys at the highest level, we do standing guard breaks and passes, you know. And that doesn't mean, oh yeah, they never work from the knees. They didn't. They work break closed guard in all situations, but it's very common. I'll give you your lunch real quick. We work on these at my gym all the time. We do stuff like that. Okay? And there's all sorts of variations, right? But this entry to X-Guard we're gonna do is gonna be when somebody stands up in your close guard. Okay? Here. Now look, I saw some of you kind of maneuvering your legs like this. Okay? And this is the entry that we use this on. Watch what my legs do. So I picked a side here. I never lost connection here. I'm not in risk of a leg attack. I inverted my knee between his legs. Then I go butterfly, X. Okay? Guys, I used to like get upset that there's like so many details to remember before you could even do things, right? Like, and I remember this knee being one of them on an X guard. Like, oh man, I gotta just hold his knee the whole time I got the position. It's just a monitor, but one of the techniques is based off of pushing his knee like that, right? Like you're kind of immobile there, but when you're standing up, that's what makes you go back. Okay? So back in my closed guard, please. When you stand up, I start inverting there, come here, and drop that in. Okay? And you saw like I was pushing away and his foot's light. That's where I could transition, or he may step over, or he may drive back into me. He may bear crawl away. We're gonna see all the reactions will have the techniques. All right, so we're still on entries, all right, but we're almost done with that too. Okay? You're the partner, they stand up, close guard, invert the knee, and go to X guard. Try not to lose connection. Does that make sense? Let's do it.